Alright guys, today we are unboxing the Oculus Rift CV1, which comes with two Oculus sensors and two touch controllers on as well. Got quite a robust cardboard packaging here, and on the top we got like a little briefcase type handle to hold the actual box itself, which is pretty cool. Down the back we got a bit of artwork showing off some of the exclusives like Robo Recall, Medium, Dead and Buried and Toy Box, for example. Alright, let's dive right in. Let's take off the sleeve. Put that to one side. Okay. Got a nice looking Oculus little emblem, little logo on the front over here. Looking good so far. Alright, let's pop it down. Okay, so basically what we have inside is two touch controllers. There's one of them right now. So, comparison to the Vive controllers, we got trigger button on the back over here, grip button on the inside just here, then we got analog stick on the top. Can be used to like maneuver around inside the games, not be used to teleport, for example. Then we got an A and B button on the top over here as well. Little menu button just there too. Must say, it feels quite nice and comfortable. It feels right in the hand. And here's the opposite controller. Similar layout, to be honest. Got the wrist strap on the bottom as well, just over here. Then what they've also included as well is two sensors. See if I can take this out without breaking it. Oh, there we go. Alright, so here's sensor number one. It's got a USB 3.0 port on the end of it. Let's put that one to the side. And here's number two. Again, let's try not to break this. There we go. Okay, here's the second one. So the good thing about this bundle is that it actually comes with two sensors, which is great for most experiences using the Rift itself. Majority of the experiences are geared towards a 180-degree kind of field of movement. Two sensors can support 360-degree room scale experiences, but it is recommended to have 3 or 4. But for most of the exclusives, two sensors will be absolutely fine. Trouble setting up your Rift? Don't give up. We can help. Don't think we're going to have any issues there. What we got inside here? Let's have a look. Okay, so let's supply us with some batteries for the controllers themselves. Unfortunately, unlike the Vive ones, they're not lithium batteries inside. You have to use the normal AA batteries. So there's one. Can't remember if it's 2 in each controller or 1. We'll soon find out. But there you go. Okay, that's pretty cool. Gives you a little kind of microfiber cloth as well, so that'll clean the lenses. That's helpful. Some little stickers as well. If you want to use those, place them on your PC perhaps, who knows. Got a booklet as well. I'm probably going to need that. I'm not too sure what this device is over here. Let's put it to the side though. Okay. Let me just remind myself how many batteries. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's only one AA battery is needed inside each controller. That's pretty cool. It's got kind of a magnet on the battery clasp over here, so not too hard to pop back in. And onto the actual VR headset itself. Just try to break it. Here we go. Okay. It's got a soft, premium kind of matte plastic finish to the front. Just over here, with the Oculus logo on the front just there. Then we got more of a foam face guard as well. Over here too. Definitely going to be absorbing some sweat with this one. Decent length cable as well. Then we also got straps on the side, tighten the device around your head. If you do have a bigger chrome than most people, we've got the strap on the top too as well to help with that. Let's untangle these wires now. Get a better look at the headset itself. There we go. Okay. So yeah, on the end of the that's a HTC Vive then. On the end of the Rift, we got one USB 3.0 cable and a HDMI on the end as well. Then inside the headset itself, pretty much looks like this. So we've got two 1080p lenses inside, surrounded by what I would say is a nylon-esque material inside surrounding the actual lens itself. Might want to be careful with that, especially if you're using glasses. Generally, with the existing face guard on here, I wouldn't recommend wearing glasses, to be honest, depending on the size of your frame. There are third-party solutions that you can buy, so you can use glasses with the Rift, but as it is right now, depending on the size of your frame, I would say, probably wouldn't suggest it. And on the actual lens itself, just basically says no sunlight on lenses. Sorry, no sunlight on lenses and no liquid cleaners as well. So what's recommended with the HTC and the Rift lenses in itself as well is to basically use a microfiber cloth instead of some wet wipes. Then on the bottom of the headset over here, just over here, we've got basically a little button over here to basically widen the lenses inside. Don't know if you can see that properly. They are widening apart as I'm moving that little button there. And on the side, we also have the inbuilt headphones as well. So in comparison to the Vive, you don't need to buy any external headphones. Already provided with the Rift itself. And I would say from what I've used in the past, they do a pretty cool job. Adequate job of immersing you into the experience that you're going for. No 3.5mm headphone jack in comparison to the Vive, but I would say these will last you quite a while. Looking at what we got here. In terms of the specs to run something like this, what's recommended on the box is something like an i5 4590 and maybe something like a GTX 970, or perhaps something like an AMD variant like an AMD 290, and 8 gig of RAM or more will be sufficient. I would probably go for 16 gigs of RAM just to be safe, and I'd say a 970 would probably do you well for now, but you probably want to go for something like a GTX 1070 or 1080, I would say, to get that 90 frames per second in each experience. This headset does support 90 Hz in each eye, so if you want to keep up that frame rate in every single game you're going to be playing, definitely want to get something like a I would say something like a GTX 1070 or even a 1080 if your budget's quite large. Not to say that a GTX 970 won't do the job, it's just a case of depending on which experience you want to play itself. Some games it might have a solid 90 frames per second, and in other games it might fluctuate the frame rate, so it might dip between something like 30 frames per second all the way to 90. And the reason why people tend to complain about getting nausea in virtual reality experiences is because the frame rate dips below 60 frames per second. So that is why they recommend something like a GTX 970 or an AMD R9 290 as a minimum. But overall, I'd say it's pretty decent build quality considering the price drop of the CV1 and so forth. Let's try and put this back safely as possible without breaking anything. Alright, so there you have it, folks. Oculus Rift CV1, 2 touch controllers and 2 sensors. All this was picked up for £350 in the UK. It does fluctuate between £350 to £399 here in the UK, depending on who's going on offer. But generally, at this moment in time, you're looking at £399 for something like this, which is not bad at all. But that's it for today, folks. I will be bringing out some benchmarks very soon. I hope to see you guys very soon. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like, or give us a comment, or even subscribe, better yet. Or if you didn't like the video, please let us know why. Alright, see you later, guys.